we are with a repeat wonderful offender of Room and Who, and it's RoGeR. And so is it RoGeR or RoCker? What is it?
RoGeR. I was once Hey Ho Let's Go in the phone book. I told him I was a Russian Cuban.
Is that right? So do you speak Russian or Spanish?
A little bit of Russian.
Yeah?
Much crush. Sofa Ochi. Beautiful artist.
I just know Yalugu Tebian. I know that. Yeah. You know what that means? I think you do. Exactly. So today is National German Chocolate Cake Day, but we're going to have liquid German chocolate cake thanks to in a little while. And right here we have some Swiss German chocolate cake, little Swiss chocolate rolls, and for our guests when they share skeletons in their closet, because that's what we love on our show. We like to reward the skeletons, you know? And
we have a bones guest today too, don't we?
Perfect. So what else happened on this day? What's the date? It's June 11th. Yeah, 6/11. Let's see. Today, in England's Parliament, 1 year ago today, Parliament passes a bill banning homosexual propaganda. Police near the Duma take gays into custody after the anti-gay extremists hit them with eggs. Finally, I mean, it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want anti-gay propaganda anymore. No. So good for you, Parliament. In Rome, it's pretty interesting. In this day, in Italy, over 500,000 people demonstrate demanding same-sex rights. It seems like this issue is like gone on and on and on, and it's like now at least making public awareness worldwide, which shouldn't have to be like that, but thank goodness at least it is, right?
Front seats.
The swine flu, remember that? The mini influenza strain is the first condition deemed a global pandemic since the Hong Kong flu of 1967. In 2009, the swine flu came about. Yeah. Do you know anyone that ever had it?
No, I have never even had a flu shot.
No, I don't think the flu shot is for the swine flu.
No?
No, that's for like the winter flu.
Sounds like roast pork.
Yeah, and the swine flu. Timothy McVeigh was executed on this day in 2001 for the Oklahoma City. So he is an angel with us today, Timothy McVeigh. I know, everybody has a bad day. He just had a super bad day.
Super day.
Meet the Flintstones by the B-52s. Peaked to number 33 on this day in '94. Did you ever? You remember that?
Oh, I remember
that. Was
that.
my favorite.
That's where Halle Berry was like. That was her first hot to do role. No one knew who she was.
No one.
And you didn't forget her after that movie, that Meet the Flintstones. A drunken officer shoots 7 people dead in Sweden on this day.
Yeah, nothing.
I know. We're all about guitars, not guns in this show anyway. That's our alma mater. Yes.
Axe and weapons.
Yeah, get rid of them. C-Box. Do you know what C-Box is? 39 feet, 115 inches long, 20 feet, 85 inches wide, and 8 feet high. And guess what it was? It was the largest popcorn container in the world.
Wow.
6,619.76 cubic feet full of popcorn. And that was in Jacksonville, Florida on June 11th, 1994.
Unbelievable.
I know some people that love popcorn. They would love that box of popcorn.
How much would that be?
I wouldn't mind it either. I'm so bad at that. Well, it was 39 feet, 115 inches long, 20 feet wide, and 8 feet high. So
25,000 large popcorns, maybe?
No, it was one box.
Right, but equivalent to 25,000.
Oh, I can't even know that.
Size.
Tracy Austin was 29 years old, and she was the youngest inductee of the International Tennis Hall of Fame on this day. I like Tracy Austin. The Supreme Court says law prohibiting discretion of the U.S. flag is unconstitutional. That didn't happen until 1990. So you were allowed to burn the flag until 1990?
I guess.
Chop it up, cut it up. I mean, I still think people make clothing out of it sometimes, don't you?
I think so.
You're not allowed. I know. It's unconstitutional. It doesn't say illegal.
Mm-hmm.
It just says unconstitutional. Is there a difference?
I guess. It depends
I don't
on
know.
the arresting officer.
The UN appoints Olivia Newton-John as Environmental Ambassador. Now, what the hell does that mean? That you can wear your Greece outfit and come to the UN anytime, Olivia Newton-John. I just heard she married, someone was just telling me, she married somebody with the last name John, so now she's Olivia Newton-John.
Wow, that's incredible. Isn't that something?
Yeah, and it's somebody who's like really, really giant with the rainforest, and he's like a mastermind of health and all that stuff. Yeah, I just found this out like the other day. And she's Olivia Newton-John now. Yeah. Everything Your Heart Desires by Daryl Hall and John Oates. Remember that song? That peaked at number 3 on this day, June 11th. Rudy Toot Toot. You know who sang that? John Mellencamp? That was on the charts.
John Cougar.
Yes, John Cougar. That's what it says. We All Sleep Alone.
Summer release?
Yeah, it was all 1988 too. Maybe so. Yeah. Margaret Thatcher on this day is the first British Prime Minister in 160 years to win 3 terms straight. Wow.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. And good for Meryl Streep to play Margaret Thatcher.
Absolutely.
Of course. Amnesty International, the mega concert was on this day in 1986. It just didn't make it like Live Aid. Live Aid kind of like set the bar very high.
It was.
And I know. I don't even know if it did anything, truthfully. I heard that the money never really did any. It was fun to watch it on television. I watched it on my little black and white. I lived in this tiny apartment during Live Aid. It was a little, yeah. It did. It was U68 was those days. You remember U68? I know. It was before I had cable, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I didn't even have air conditioning.
No cable bill either.
Yeah, I didn't have it then, no. Always Something There to Remind Me went to number 8 on this day. The Supreme Court declares legally obtained evidence may be admitted at trial if it could be proved that it would have been discovered legally. Does that make sense? That was so confusing.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you catch that?
No.
The Supreme Court declares on June 11th that illegally obtained evidence may be admitted at trial if it could be proved that it would have been discovered legally. They love twisting shit, right?
Yeah, that's a spin.
Yeah. So what? I mean, I'd have to watch a Law and Order to understand that because I'm sure it's happened there. Cool Places by the Sparks and Jane Wheatland. You remember that? Yeah, that was peaking at number 49 on the charts. My Love by Lionel Richie hit number 5 on this day. And what else? E.T. was released on this day in 1982, and it was the highest grossing film at that time. I don't know if it still is. Chuck Berry pleads guilty to income tax evasion and was sentenced to 4 months in prison on this day.
We're Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck. I heard the song Go Johnny Go was supposed to be Go Chucky Go, and they changed it. Yeah, it was supposed to be. And Greece, ironically enough, on this same date, June 11th, different years, Greece, starring John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, opened on this day. Ain't Gonna Bump No More with No Fat Woman by Joe Tex hit number 12 on this day.
Oh,
did you remember that song?
Oh, God.
You do?
Well, I was living in the Bronx, so there was a lot of that stuff.
On Your Boogeyman, remember that?
Yeah.
That hit number 1 on this day. Yeah. With Casey and the Sunshine Band. The Main Street Electrical Parade at Disney premiered on this day in 1977.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
The AC/DC Australian band begin their first headline tour of Britain on this day. Beatles' Rock and Roll Music is released in the U.S. on this day. And Paint It Black hit number 1 on the same day that I Am a Rock hit number 3. That was 1966. And also, it's kind of strange, that was in America because Sloop John B by the Beach Boys on the same exact day hit number 1 in the UK. So the Stones had it here and the Beach Boys had it there.
Oh,
Yeah, 1966. French and German media mistakenly report on this day the death of Roger Daltrey in 1966. So it wasn't only Paul, it was Roger Daltrey. Yeah, exactly. Janis Joplin plays her first gig in San Francisco on this day in 66. The Chicago police break up a Rolling Stones press conference on this day in 1964. Those Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Gotta love them. What else happened? Manfred Mann, you remember them?
Doo-wah.
They recorded the Doo-wah Diddy Diddy on this day. Yep. Queen Elizabeth orders the Beatles, and they attend on this day in 1964.
Sir Paul.
She's still doing that,
Yeah.
you know, with the Olympics.
Hey, if you can get a cool band like that.
She
why not?
ordered them. Yes, I guess
You will play.
you will play at my birthday party. Oh my gosh. John F. Kennedy says segregation is morally wrong and that it is time to act. He said that on June 11th, 63. Not too long after,
Wow.
we all know what happened to that man.
Yeah.
My Gemini, John F. Kennedy. President Franklin Roosevelt accepted an honorary degree from Yale on this day. That kind of annoys me. I mean, you don't have to go to college. You can just become president and get a degree from Yale. Like, why do you need it?
You know, it's
To hang on his wall? Like it. I know.
On a country road.
They just made him a doctor. And Amos and Andy, the TV comedy, also radio from 1929, last aired on CBS on this day in 1953. Alfred Hitchcock's first film ever, Case of Jonathan Drew, is released on June 11th in 1928. What would we have done without that? Yeah. And King Henry VIII on this day marries his first wife, Catherine of Aragon, in 1509. Yay! And she is the one that got divorced and let them make their own religion.
She was still using Head and Shoulders then. Right?
She was okay. It's divorced, beheaded, and died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. So I lived in England, and that's all I remember exactly. And that's the one thing I will never forget. So if she was the first wife, she was divorced. She's okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Good for her.
Birthdays on this day. It is that boy that wears the paper bag over his head and says he's no longer famous.
The Unknown comic?
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Did you ever see him?
Yeah.
Oh, he's great. I
He's
love
great.
him.
He's great.
I do love him. Hugh Laurie, Dr. House. It's his birthday today. Joe Montana. I'm sure you know who he is, right? Joe Montana?
Well, I think his
Football?
daughter is somebody. Oh, there was another Montana. It was
who?
Hannah.
Oh, Hannah Montana.
I'm
That's
not
not a
into
real
sports,
name.
sorry.
That's Miley Cyrus.
Oh.
That's hilarious. Yeah, Joe Montana's daughter might be Hannah Montana. You never know.
You never know.
Peter Bergman, the actor of All My Children. I love All My Children, so anything related to that will have to get mentioned. He was also in the Starland Vocal Band, which I didn't know. Afternoon Delight. I actually met some of those guys. Donnie Van Zant's birthday is today. Russell Hitchcock from Air Supply's birthday is today. Adrienne Barbeau, we all know she was Maud's daughter. She did a bunch of other stuff, but I can only remember her as that. Chad Everett, remember Medical Center? Dr. Gannon, was that his name? I think it might have been. Gene Wilder's birthday is today. I got it. I love Gene Wilder.
Pull my hair up for that.
Tab Hunter and Vince Lombardi. He had a lot of good quotes, that Vince Lombardi. And angels, people that passed away on this day. Egon von Furstenberg. He was the designer too. He died at 57. I don't know if he was her husband or brother, or he had to be a Diane von Furstenberg relation, but he didn't make it to this day, and she did. David Brinkley, we all remember him. He's an angel on our show today. Marjorie Newell Robb, the oldest living survivor of the Titanic, died on this day. She was 103.
Wow, the blue stone.
Yeah, it might have been her. Someone told me that this reminded them of that's the Titanic. I know, exactly.
Queen of the world.
There you go. Karen Ann Quinlan. She is an angel with us today. Do you remember about her? The comatose patient that died in New Jersey?
Right.
She was kept alive from life support. Yeah. Well, and John Wayne passed away on this day. So right? Right on, cowboy. And that's pretty much enough of the news on June 11th. You ready to start seeing your friends?
Sure, we got a lot of good friends.
All right, so we're going to take a break and be right back.
Right back.